everybody, this is Skeet.
Moshin, Mikey over here.
Rock and Roll Roundtable.
Yeah, as always, presented by our good friends over at Moshman Media.
This week, trade-offs.
Yeah, trade offs is something we do just to kind of let the other guy, the other host or whatever, experience some stuff maybe they haven't heard. It can sometimes be like a semi virgin ears, and it can sometimes be like a virgin ears. The problem Skeet has with me is I listen to way too much types of music. So
Yeah,
it takes a lot to catch me off guard with a band I'd never heard. But once in a while he does. But he didn't get me this time. But I
yeah,
think I got him.
yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
because he'd heard of these bands,
Yes.
but never really heard them. Now the albums he gave me, I had not heard. I'd heard a song, maybe two, and I definitely had heard the band before, but to listen to the whole album's kind of a different experience. So that's what we do on trade-offs. I give him a couple albums, he gives me a couple albums from different artists, and then we go with it. We listen to it, we critique it, and we usually end up grading it just for the hell of it. But it's an interesting week for you because you always listen to the two you're assigned.
Yes.
And if you're me, I go back and listen to the two I gave him to remember my favorite songs. So we don't pick like
Yes.
the newest in
No.
any case. I gave him my two favorite albums from them artists, and then he gave me a one of his. I guess it's your favorite, or it might be. It's just a couple bands that you like. And like I said, I'd heard a song or maybe two off of both of them, and I got to enjoy the rest of it. So yeah, it's been an interesting week. I'm sure it'll be an interesting episode on this topic here.
Yeah. So basically, Mikey had me listen to Sabaton, The Last Stand.
Yeah,
So, I've heard of the band, not really listened to them. Uh, I liked it. I always usually like the musicianship. This time I did like the guy's vocals. I did get I did get a war type battle
yeah,
theme throughout. So I'm assuming that's the kind of music that they do. Am I correct?
yeah. Actually, these guys are referred to in the music world as GI Joe metal
Oh, okay. That's cool.
because every album they have is a history lesson. It's
Yeah.
always about war. It's always about usually European war over there. So yeah, that's their whole thing. And the whole thing with Sabaton for me was what I wanted to see how if you felt the same way was I felt like I could get up and march around the room. It's like marching, you just very, very uh hooky music, but I mean it's more synthesizers than I've ever liked a band. They
Okay.
use a lot, but I was hoping you would like it. Did you have any standouts? There's a couple songs I like more than everybody else on that.
I kind of liked the Hill 3234 was pretty
Yes, I
cool.
I do like that one a lot.
Uh, Sparta was kind of interesting way to start the album off.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
I kind of liked they kind of stick to the 3 to 4 or 5-ish minute songs.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they're not big long songs. So my interest in it, uh, the fucking rhythm section, they're tight as fuck. The guitar players are
Yeah.
excellent. So I was really pleased with it. Now, am I going to go back and listen to it? Probably not. But I wouldn't not listen to another album. If it
Yeah,
came up, it'd be like, yeah, I'll check that out.
that's fair. I mean, you had it right with The Hill. I think The Hill is one of the better songs. I like The Last Stand. I just think that song is so damn catchy.
Yeah,
It's the one.
yeah.
It's the one I actually heard on the radio
Oh,
that
nice.
made me want to listen to Sabaton at all.
Okay.
And the reason I picked this album was because it was my first time hearing them. And with their later albums, they get into these two-part kind of albums. Like the last two I think they've released were like 7 songs on one album, and then they had a continuation on a 7 song other. It's like they were doing EPs all along, but they're
Yeah.
calling them albums and just splitting them up. So I thought, well, that might get confusing if I only give him the one album. And so I wanted to. He definitely caught on to the war theme.
Yes.
Like I said, it's definitely European. They're much more into that kind of talking points and music over there.
Yeah.
Synth heavy. Yeah, but I'm glad you liked it at least. It's I figured to give you a break from like the screaming deathcore kind of things. I could
Yeah.
have thrown a
Well, I
Cannibal
liked
Corpse or something.
I liked his voice. He has a distinct voice, so that was really cool, and
Yeah.
it fit well with the music. So it wasn't like like you said, like the deathcore stuff where it's like, oh my god, I'm just getting barraged with the scream. So it was cool. It was cool.
Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you like that. Now, the first one you gave me was, I mean, I'd heard a few songs. I'm not going to lie and say I had never heard the band. Of course, I've heard Mammoth. I mean, I think anybody
Okay.
that listens to popular music right now has heard Mammoth in some way, shape, or form. And with it being, Wolfgang, I knew expect good music. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to be disappointed music wise. But I went to that album and I did. I liked the first song called "Right." This is Mammoth 2, by the way, because I'd heard
Yes.
most of Mammoth 1. But it automatically gave me what I call. I don't want to. It's not distasteful, but it's kind of like divorced dad rock to me. Okay, there's a category where it's Daughtry and Foo Fighters, that vein of song, but with a little more angst in the vocals, a little more not as polished out as some of those guys get. So I'm listening to it. I like that song. I really didn't dislike any songs, but if I had to put it in layman's terms here, it was like if I had it on cassette. All right, I would have the first side would be that's pretty good, not bad, and you flip it over to the second side. That was where I enjoyed it. You get starting with the songs in the later line with Optimist. Once you hit Optimist and keep going down from there, I mean, Optimist, I'm all right, Erase Me, and of course, the song I had heard was Waiting. I had
Okay.
heard that one, and Better Than You. So basically, it's like the second side superseded the first side if you
Wow.
still
Okay.
had them on cassette. But
Okay.
overall, I mean, man, I thought it was solid. I didn't see any lull from the first album. Sophomore jinxes are a real thing. I don't think he got caught up in that.
Yeah.
And I know his new album comes out in October, so it'd
Yep.
be interesting to see what transgresses with that. I think
Yeah.
this one, it's a high grade. It's probably a B plus for me, and it's not really my everyday listening kind of music, but musicianship off the charts, of course. Vocals very good. I liked a couple songs. I mean, the lyrics in a few songs were really, of course, Waiting was, but I think it's Optimist was kind of humorous a little bit. And what was I'm All Right. Erase Me, I think he gets a little. So, I mean, he was getting more my vocal style, my writing style, where you just let the expletives fly. You knew they weren't going to be a hit, pretty much, but they are good. So yeah, really solid album. I was impressed with it.
Okay. Uh, for me, I already talked about the album when it came out. I know we did it on a previous episode where I had mentioned it. Uh, I like the songs. It's kind of I heard another celebration at the end of the world a lot more than some of the other ones. Uh, I tried to get through it one more time for this week, and I didn't get through it all the way. So I still need a refresher on hearing it. My issues for it was, uh, I think it was the production on this one. It is different. So
Probably a
it's
different producer, maybe, or
well,
something.
no. What they did the Dolby Atmos on this one. So what it to me it sounds like they needed to bring his vocals way up in the front a lot more.
Oh, interesting.
So
Okay.
I'm listening to it on my iPhone
Yeah.
through the iTunes or whatever the fuck they're calling it now, Apple Music,
Yeah.
Apple Music,
Yeah.
and it's it's weird because in the truck it sounds all spaced out, which is what that you can do with the Dolby Atmos.
Okay.
Is you could kind of place it in different spots in a room. Say this is a room, and your guitar is over here, and your vocals are here and maybe here. So it's an effect thing that they do
Okay.
to
I
kind of
yeah,
make it
maybe
a full stereo type sound surrounding you. It's a techie thing, okay?
right. And I probably didn't get as much of that because I listened to it with my headphones on.
Okay.
So I didn't really get the moving around part. I had the
Yeah,
headphones on and was just kind of I actually think I mowed the yard to this one. But that's what I like to do. It keeps
yeah,
me I focus pretty well when I do stuff or when I'm working out, something like that. But this one I did. I think I mowed the yard with it, and I was moving pretty quick. It wasn't like I was like, oh, trudging along.
yeah.
That's how I kind of tell sometimes when I try albums out. It's like if I get like bored quickly, it's not a very good album. I didn't get
Gotcha.
bored with it at all. It
Yeah.
played all the way through, and
Well,
yeah,
it
and then I went back and listened to it again, kind of
okay.
in the house when it got like yesterday because I thought, well, I want to give it another, and still had my headphones on, and it still kept my attention. So yeah,
Well, that's good.
good
Like I
stuff.
said, so for me, it was a solid album. I listened a lot more to the first one than the second one because the way it sounded kind of fucked me up. It's like the drums were right in your face. So the rhythm section parts that he created for this album were fucking badass. I
Yeah,
mean, he really fucking played his ass off on this one on a lot of
yeah,
tracks.
he does David Grohl kind of stuff, right? He plays all the instruments and then has a
Yes,
touring band. That's
yes.
what I thought.
So you know what I'm saying? So for me, the the way they recorded it or produced it and had it just I wanted to hear him singing a lot better than what it was. It just felt like he kind of put his vocals in the background on this one a little too much
Oh, okay,
when
interesting take, man.
it really needed to be out there. So it's nothing with any of the material that he did. He had some great songs on it. It was more of a production thing that kind of ruined it for me.
Fair
So
enough. Yeah, I mean, I
yeah,
would maybe I'd have the same effect if I listened to it not on the headphones. It might do the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Well, it could be how I have my stereo in the truck. I'm playing it, through the stereo. Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
So for me, that's a fucking an 8 album that could have been a 9 or a 10, but I didn't like how the it sounded. And it's just
Okay.
me. So
Yeah, I mean, production means a lot to people. I mean, it does. It changes your views on stuff sometimes. So,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. So let's go to here we go. Trivia
Yes.
in waves. Ah, I liked it. I did. I fucking liked it. So
Yeah.
now I'm looking forward to the concert in November.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be brutally fucking honest. I was expecting it to really sound the same. Okay, but that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
I think that they, of course, when I heard the songs where he was screaming a lot, it immediately took it down a notch. It's like, okay, you know, but he did it tasteful, and the musicianship on it was just these guys are fucking badass. They really
Oh,
are.
yeah. Yeah.
The guitars in this, I caught a video of him playing a fucking Slayer song, and I was like going, and they're just playing it not like it's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I got. I was like, okay, I'm expecting some cool musicianship, and I was not disappointed. Their songs, they actually changed some stuff up here and there, so it wasn't all the same stuff. I loved his vocals on some of those songs when he was just singing and not screaming or the other stuff. So I watched the world burn was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
That was one of their hit. That was one of the singles, I think, off of that album. So,
Caustic are the ties that bind was kind of cool. Chaos reigns.
yeah. Yeah. Towards the
I like
end.
that one. Uh, In waves was okay.
Oh, okay.
It
That's like the way it comes out of that album for me was what I wanted to catch you because it
okay.
had that little instrumental and then he just and wives and that's got that
Yeah.
da 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 da.
Well,
I mean the cool.
yeah. It was how to describe that was. I think that was the one where I said, okay, it's not going to be the same shit.
Yeah, I mean
You know what I'm
the
saying? So I was surprised at how they did that song. You know what I mean? Where
yeah.
it had
Um,
had the breaks and put it together. I was like, okay, that's slick. I like that. So, but it's still I thought a couple of them other songs were just fucking better. Were better than that one.
that's my favorite. That's my favorite
Okay,
Trivium song. In
okay,
this, that's why I'm partial to it because
okay.
it just happens to be my jam. I guess.
Well, and for me, there was a couple of these other songs, like I said, just caught my ear even more. So in
Yeah.
waves, like it was a good song, and it, like I said, it kind of turned the point for me, going, okay, this is not going to be the same shit all the time, and it wasn't. So
Yeah,
no,
well,
I
what
liked it.
I was aiming for this was to give you metalcore that's not all screaming. So
Yes,
the Matt Heafy is a hell of a singer, just singing, but they definitely and they came before I think or about the same time as Kill Switch Engage. That's
okay,
kind of the vibe you get with the back and forth singing, but the singer is more prominent than the screaming, and there's really no outrageously high screaming or death growl screaming. It's like just yelling. It's like mid.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, I thought you could probably. I said, well, I was thinking of stuff, and I said I think he can probably handle that better than like say a deathcore band because the vocals won't grate on him because they're actually really good singers,
Well,
and the
yeah,
screaming's intermittent at best. There's not a whole song I don't think where he screams the whole time.
and that's what I'm saying. That I
Yeah.
was pleasantly surprised. So you kind of nailed that for me. You know what I like and what I don't.
Right.
So you picked well with this one and the last one. So I like both the bands. So, and again, am I going to listen to this on the daily? Probably not. But I'll when we go to the show, I'll get a couple of these albums and check them out
Yeah, definitely don't
and be
go by
ready.
me because there's a lot of people that will Trivium fans that are going to come on here and scream, Fat Man. That's not the best album Trivium's had. I understand that, but it's my favorite. And there are
Yeah.
some that are technically better. They have really good songs, but just that hit me when I didn't know who the hell Trivium was. So it
Okay.
kind of resonated with me, like I told you with the Sabaton. A lot of the albums I think are my favorites are the ones I hear to introduce the band. Ginger's the same way. Ginger's had, I know how I am with Ginger. Every album I think's excellent. But King of Everything was the first one I heard. It's going to be my favorite forever.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a shit ton of Trivium to choose from. So when you get closer to showtime, yeah, you'll be able to dig into whatever you want. They have a 3-song EP coming out. I want to say late
Yeah.
September, something
I
like that.
saw that. Yeah.
Right about the time I see them at Louder Than Life, they'll hopefully have a new song or
There you
two
go.
from that. But good, good. Glad we're hitting it out of the park so far. Everything's been good. Um, and we get to my last one.
All right. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, there we go. All right.
Pop her up there. Yep, that's
Yep.
what it is. Sixes, sevens, and nines.
Is that kind of how you're going to grade it?
No, no. Uh, no, with this one, I tell you what, I had heard, of course, Hollywood from the first album, and I heard Simple Man from the first album. And when I got this one, I was like, I don't know that I've heard any of this. So I get into it. And of course, I've heard the second song, which was their hit, kind of
Okay.
off this one, All the Time in the World. This is Junkyard, by the way. If you can't see it, yeah, you can see it
Yeah.
up there.
It's
Junkyard.
Junkyard. Second
And
album.
it starts out with the Back on the Streets, which I think is a funny song because it almost is like what was happening in LA at the time. Because his woman, he moved in with his woman as a musician, blah, blah, blah. She got pissed and kicked his ass out. He's back on the street. But all of them, man, Giving the Devil His Due was a good song. Slipping Away was like a ballady type song. It was very well done. Nowhere to Go But Down. Then came another song I'd heard, but it was Misery Loves Company. And I'm like, okay, I remember that too. Uh, Killing Time was one I really enjoyed, but even Lost in the
Uh,
City, you
uh,
didn't like that one? I like the two ballads. The thing about Junkyard, and this one is surprising to me. If they would have debuted, say 1987 or 1986 instead of 89, they should have been bigger than LA Guns to me.
wow.
Because I
Really?
think their music is a perfect combination of sleaze metal, glam metal, and then metal kind of sort of great whitish. I
Okay.
think they fit the mold perfectly in all three of those. So much so. And I was so enamored with this because I'm thinking, man, it's got blues element, it's got straight up ACDC kind of rock element. It's got the sleaze, the faster pussycat, LA Gun kind of thing. So much with that I went ahead and listened to the next album too.
Wow.
And
Okay.
it was extremely good also. So it's like and listen. Then I went on to listen to the live album they had.
Okay.
Shut up, or trying to practice the live album. So I went through the gamut on these guys, all the way up to the. I didn't get a chance to listen to the newest album. It was his 2017, I think, and they also had a new song come out earlier this year.
Okay.
I didn't get to listen to them yet, but I will.
Okay.
They kind of take Junkyard kind of moved past a bunch of those sleaze bands for me.
Okay.
The LA Guns and the Faster Pussycats and the Bang Tangos and all these guys that I liked as sleazier metal. Man, Junkyard was better than them, and it's a shame that they didn't get more due. And I'm one of those people that didn't give them more due because I was I really liked All the Time in the World. I when I heard that back in the day. And it's like, why didn't I investigate that? Why didn't I go check this out? But they're on my rotation now,
Oh,
and
okay.
they're inspiring, man. It's like that music should have been bigger. They should have been. It's just timing. They're timing like so many other hair bands or whatever you want to call them, bands of the late '80s. We just talked about this recently with Extreme. The timing these bands is has a lot to do with why they aren't bigger.
Yeah.
If these guys would have came out when Guns N' Roses came out, I say they're fucking better than Guns N' Roses in spots.
Ooh,
As
God
far
damn.
as straight up part. Now the guitar playing, it's Slash.
Yeah.
But the singer dude for Junkyard had it going on.
Yeah.
He's better than Phil Lewis to me. He's better than Tammy Down. It's like, yeah, we missed the boat on these guys. They should have at least been upper elite for the '80s band.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely go out and check out some Junkyard. That's a fucking A. That album's
Nice.
an A for me. So I don't give out A's like candy. So yeah, it's definitely they're all going in my rotation, all the Junkyard stuff. But
Wow. That's
yeah,
fucking cool. For me, a couple of the ballads were eh, eh.
sign of the times, sign of the times, man. Yeah, that was what they were doing back then.
Yeah, yeah. Misery Loves Company was it was kind of cool. I liked it. Back on the Streets was decent. For me, it was I give it a B. I gave it a B. And for me, it's uh, the guitar players. Uh, I also caught a Southern rock.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They combine a
So
lot of stuff. Yeah,
they
like
really had
Black Crows.
a unique style. And the interest in Junkyard came about because the singer recently passed away.
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I never gave anything after the first one a real good listen. So now I'm going to have to go and listen to the third album
Yeah. Yeah.
and kind of go through the first three and, actually listen to it well
Yeah. I was
to
reading
give them
up.
that shot.
Right. I was reading up on these guys, and it said something about the third album was got put on the shelf. And at one time they were going to call it XXX and Joker and have like two EPs of it. Well, whatever they did, it ended up eventually worked itself out because it came to this third album, and it wasn't called either one of those things. So, but that's Wikipedia too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't trust Wikipedia 1,000%, but I mean they for quick information. That's what I wanted to get on them.
Yeah,
And yeah, the singer just passing away sucks, man. He was just our age, so it's like hasn't been a good year for some of our musical
yeah,
people,
yeah.
death wise, and so yeah, another one. gone way too quick. But man, Junkyard, surprise of the year probably so far. It really got me itching to, you know, I listen to so much metalcore and so much, more involved music. This was like bare bones, shut the hell up and listen, kind of smack you around a little bit, but not like knock you off balance or anything. It's kind of like, man, that would be the style of music if I were to play music again. That would be it, because it's like, why try to do what you're not? Do your wheelhouse, do what
Yeah.
you're destined to do. And I think that's what they did. They said, you know what? We listened to Southern rock, we listened to this, we listened to that. We're just going to play it. We'll throw a piano in there once in a while. What the hell? They had a couple songs with piano in it. They had the ballads, of course, the cheesy ballads. Guitar players were not extravagant, but they were solid, man. They were
Yeah.
just like not going crazy. Thumping drums, bass on point, good singer. It's funny lyrics at times, other times nice, catchy lyrics. So, man, yeah, that was a pleasant surprise this week. Some good old Junkyard.
Nice. Well, Mikey, do you feel like we did a good trade off this week?
Yeah, I think everything was good. I mean, no disparaging remarks about anything really. Uh, Four great albums we got to listen to. So can't beat it. I think we've covered it all. And if we haven't, then guys, go out and listen to Mammoth, go out and listen to Junkyard, go out and listen to Trivium, and go out and listen to the mighty, mighty, mighty Sabaton. Yeah, that's
Awesome.
it.
That sounds good. So we're gonna wrapping it up. This is Skeet.
Smushing Mikey.
See ya.
Peace out.